Now, here's Dominic Carter on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Let's start with Valerina. I believe it's pronounced Valerina. She'll correct me in a second. In Florida, on the attack on Lee Zeldin just a few hours ago up near Rochester. Good morning. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. Thank you for all you do. You are classy and you are very patient.
Thank you.
My name is Valeria. I'm a big supporter of yours.
Okay, Valeria.
And I just want to tell you, that's okay. I believe there's a direct correlation to aggressive and hostile talk with now actual physical violence. And I just know that these people like this man today that's unhinged, when they hear people like Stanley call up Rita Cosby, and they hear the way Stanley talks to both you and Rita in a very demeaning, hostile, and aggressive tone, these unhinged men, like today at the Zeldin rally, take it one step further because they can't make the jump that it's just talk and that's as far as it's going to go. And this has been going on ever since President Trump was elected. Elected officials and their supporters, their base, they talk violently. They even try to push violence, and they disregard violence when Antifa and BLM does it. And this is the society that we have now. And I just want you to be careful because you're classy and you're patient. And Stanley, I know you're listening. Tone it down, Stanley. You're a grown man. Learn how to disagree like a classy person like our Dominic. God bless you and your family, Dominic.
Well, listen, I just want you to hold on for 1 second. I want you to hold on for 1 second because Stanley is on the line. But I do want to say to you before I want you to hold for 1 second. I'm going to let Stan and Forest Hills respond. But I do want to say to you that I take very seriously the responsibility that we have in talk radio, and that I know that there are some unhinged people that are out there, and I try my best to keep things calm and cool and so on, but I am aware that there are some people that may make the jump into violence. I want you to hold on for 1 second. And let's go to Stan in Forest Hills. Stan, you heard what she just had to say as it relates to you. What is your reaction?
Well, I don't know who this woman is, but obviously she's never listened to this program. And for her to make a statement, she doesn't know me. I make comments. If that was the way it was, you would have hung up on me a long time ago.
That's true. That's true.
I give you the utmost respect. We laugh on things and so. I don't need lessons in being courteous from you, lady. Okay? I don't need it. Okay? And for you to open your mouth and tell me that I'm indirectly responsible for that guy who attacked Lee Zeldin, I hope Mr. Zeldin's okay, obviously. But obviously you're unhinged yourself to think that I'm responsible for that. There are crazy people out there. I'm not one of them. Okay? You don't like what I have to say? You talk calmly and softly, but don't tell me I need to speak a certain way for you. I'm not responsible for the maniacs out there. We could also say that the people on the right are responsible for the maniacs out there, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
So but I want to talk about the president, really.
Okay, wait. Just hold on 1 second. Let's let her respond, and then you can have the final say. Go right ahead, please. Your reaction to what Stan how he responded to you.
Stanley talks in a very aggressive and hostile manner. He doesn't threaten you with violence, but he is demeaning, he's hostile, and he's aggressive. He's what we call histrionic. He just can't discuss his point in a level tone like a calm and rational adult. And he hits below the belt. And I'm going to give Stanley the last word because he's going to make my case for me and everybody else who's fed up with Stanley. God bless you, Dominic, and keep you safe.
Well, I thank you for the call and for your support. So, Stan, before I move on to all the other callers, you have the final word right now.
I want to ignore this woman because it's not worth a breath of spit to talk about her. I talk all the time. most of the people are attacking me 90% of the time on this program. So, and if you've heard what many people say, and have used foul language, worst, I don't use that, but you've heard it, and Dominic has eliminated them. So I'm not going to respond to you, lady. You're a waste of my time. The point I wanted to talk about was the president. And the comment you made, Dee, I found to be a little not that great. I thought it was terrible that because he got the virus, he will not seek the presidency. I'm glad he's healthy. But that's not something. I mean, if that's the case, then Donald Trump, who also got the virus, should not seek the presidency.
Right,
and what he did.
But that's not what I said, Stan.
Well, you said it indirectly.
Indirectly. No, indirectly.
Sure.
I said it's probably a face-saving measure, an early one. Let's face it, Stan, no matter how much you may love Biden.
I don't love him.
Okay,
I don't love him. He's a president.
He's got to go.
Go ahead.
He's got to go because I don't think the American people can survive too much more of this.
Well, we'll see that if they survives the election and the midterms and so forth. But I
mean,
think
even Democrats are saying it now, Stan.
I've heard it. No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not going to do that. Hey, absolutely, I've heard it from many things. But the alternative to me is more of a nightmare than what we have. Okay, the alternative is a nightmare. Now, if some other Republican runs, I got to keep my mouth shut, obviously. But if he runs, it's a nightmare. Synopsis going to happen in this country. So I'll let it go. Have a great night as always, my friend.
Thank you, Stan. I look forward to chatting in the future. Jennifer up in Boston on Lee Zeldin, the attack on the candidate for governor just a few hours ago up near the Rochester area. Man comes on stage, attacks him if you haven't seen the video yet, and apparently had a sharp object, a knife, a very, very serious situation. Good morning to you, Jennifer.
Good morning, Dominic. First of all, I want to wish you a peaceful, joyful weekend, and I'll look forward to Audrey asking you how was your weekend. But if I could, a couple of things. First point on Lee Zeldin, it's going to be very interesting to see how the press will cover what happened to Lee Zeldin, as opposed to, we all know if this was a Democratic candidate, we all know the type of coverage it would get compared to what this will get. It's ahead of time.
Hey, but Jennifer, in fairness to the media on this one particular issue, it's the lead story at the Post, and it's on the lead page and a breaking news story at the New York Times, and it has to be because the fact of the matter is, Mr. Zeldin could have lost his life tonight on that stage.
And that'll be the New York press. I'm talking about press nationally. Like if that happened to Governor Newsom or something like that, believe me, Dominic, you and I both know, if we're being intellectually honest, the way the press covers. One other thing, if I could divert slowly, but just quick, and then go back to your school, what you were talking about with the schools. That's all I can think of is the soft bigotry of low expectations. That phrase rings so true. They just did a thing out in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where they have now made it, it's no longer a misdemeanor, it's just a civil infraction. You can defecate and urinate, people, not animals, people, in front of the mall, wherever you want, in front of someone's store, on their doorstep. It's just a civil infraction. And they said the reason they're doing that is to be equitable, okay? And so the people don't walk around with a misdemeanor on their record. So that's all I'll say. This is what the Democrats are getting you people. Think long and think hard. Business owners, everyone was out there. The public didn't want it, but it's these people that were in charge. And it's the same thing with the school systems. They're taking away the gifted schools. They want everyone to get in. Well, what the hell, pardon my language, don't they think that people of all races can get in? There's very smart people in every race.
Absolutely.
Why are we letting these school systems, especially in Democratic-run inner cities, why are we letting the graduation rates be so low? Why are we letting kids that do graduate, they have no skill set. They have no passing of math, English. I mean, go look at it. Baltimore, New York, the statistics are horrifying. In New York, it's something like, I heard the statistic the other day, like something about 8% Asian absentee, over 60% for African American. Why is that acceptable? And why don't we talk about it? And again, to me, we're doing nobody a favor, and it's an utter disgrace. It really is to me. And I just think it's sad because our generation that's here living with it in our age, we're not. It's going to be way worse for those coming up. We're not doing anybody a favor, and we're certainly not doing the country a favor. So thank you for hearing me, as always.
Well, thank you for the call, Jennifer, and you are correct in your assessment, calling it out for what it is. Dominic Carter here with you, Talk Radio 77. It just saddens me. That's why I'm moving on, because there's nothing positive that I can say